I mean, we have a fresh series. I imagine once Pig finishes up the upper semis, he'll probably join us down here in the lower semis because it looks like, or it sounds like Zest and Parting are going to be pretty quick. So all the streams will be unifying, bonding together as we get ready.
Coalescing, assimilating.
Congregating.
Yeah. Doing the Congo dance. Here on Romanticide LE, in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the red Terran player coming off from the land of Korea for the first best of 5 on our hands. He is... Got to remind you about prediction.
I'm doing that right now.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. DPG. He is the mayor of Six City himself, redeeming his TvP. Very decisive series as he just had. He is Cure.
Get your predictions in, because spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have someone who's been popping off in these online weekly tournaments. He is representing Team NV, the South Korean Protoss. It is Creator. A recent champion of the ESL Open Cup.
Yeah, 2-time back-to-back champion.
Oh, yeah.
He was.
That's crazy.
Or he is.
Yeah. Can he go for the hat trick?
That off the back of his PvP. Oh, he's gonna try.
He's gonna try.
They go for Triple Crown.
Yeah, like he has taken down Cure in the recent weeks. He's taken down Special as well. Like his TvP is looking pretty good, but it is a little bit more shaky compared to his PvP, right?
Definitely. And that's not even touching the PVZ, which
which we haven't seen.
Yeah, which we just,
Oh god. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out here. Meanwhile, shout out to Alex Price in the chat. He's cheering for Nice, saying, "Oh my god, countered by 1 unit." Look. He also made all the look. Okay, it was his choice to make that unit composition. All right, like
he was the
decisions
one
were
who made himself countered.
Oh god. Like, yeah, props to Nice as well. Like. Playing this unique style at the highest level of play, and I'm sure it works sometimes, right? Otherwise he wouldn't be doing it. It's one of those things where like people can watch and like, hey, you can get to GM doing that as well, you know? You don't have to play meta, right?
Exactly. And some other people might watch that too and be like, oh, I like this idea, but just tweak it here and there, and then eventually you get the Protoss players who are all connected by the Kala. I'll figure out ways to get the best builds. And speaking of best builds, Creator going for a Proxy Stargate.
Oh yeah, let's go. Meanwhile, the Reaper will get across the map. There is no depth here, so probes, too many probes anyway, shouldn't go down. We do have the Oracle on the way, and the Marines are a little bit distracted. Like, that's the goal here of this Adapt, is to keep an eye on where the Marines are and make sure the Oracle can dive in and deal the most amount of damage.
Especially on map like Romanticide. Cure! I don't think he sees it yet. He will eventually, but the Oracle's already gonna pop out. Especially with that Chrono boost. He's actually making another. Now Cure sees the Oracle. Seems to be too late.
He's rushing as fast as he can with his Marines, and he will just barely get to the mineral line in time. But the Oracle, it goes into the main instead. Oh no.
One Oracle is enough to fight 3 Marines like so, just barely. No, not 4 though. Not 4 though. No. Creator getting a little bit too greedy there, but he will make it out with his Oracle just barely.
4 HP. One more shot would have been all he needed, but just barely the Oracle survives, can regain those shields. Meanwhile, the Reaper goes across the map, does pick off one of the probes, was not able to deny this third base, but at least he gets a full scat off.
Yeah, confirms everything that Creator is going for, alongside that Proxy Stargate. Actually, a triple Oracle, nice.
Yeah. It's not something you see too often in this matchup, not gonna lie. But we'll see if it works. The missile turret hasn't completed yet, but oh, the Marines are moving out, and this is a scary push.
Terrifying. Straight up 3 racks coming out here from Cure +1. It's still a ways off, but Sim has finished up Combat Shield 2. Now, Romanticide is a very large map, so these Marines will have a while to get across. Creator has plenty of time to set up defenses.
Yeah, shield battery's on the way. It's not done yet, but it should finish up by the time the army pushes in. The oracles are coming back. Unfortunately, there are no stasis. No stasis wards. Oh.
Stats is...
The stats is not here.
No! And Creator's gonna pay the price for that. Third base at the very least should go down. That's a massive supply cap, actually. Alongside those stalkers that just got taken out. Another stim. Cure definitely has to be careful with stims, but with Combat Shield, he's basically given 1 free stim without medevacs.
Pretty
An additional
much.
free stim.
And in the end, he doesn't just get the third base, he gets 2 oracles, almost a third oracle. Trades so well with these gateway units. Again, Creator being punished for his proxy, for his triple oracle opening. What can you do against man with gun?
Not a whole lot. Cure, his army is very deep into the red, but does that matter if you can't even lay your hands on him? He's been kiting so well.
That he has. This will eventually be cleaned up, but I mean, we have a second army at home. It's actually moving out across the... He wants to kill the third again. Oh my
doesn't he?
God. It's disgusting, mate. Like, what can Creator do right now? Like, he's got Blink on the way. His gateways are about to finish up, but they're not done yet. He needs them desperately to warp in defensively at home. Finally, Stats has returned. We have the stasis ward being thrown down, and this is going to be huge. Cure!
Every single Marine just has a stim. Oh no.
Now Creator has some time here. He can pick up a Marine. He can set up at home. There it is. Shield batteries on the way. He can warp in as desperately as he can.
And now we wait. Medevacs are making their way across. So yeah, these Marines are gonna have some sustainability with their stim too. Fortunately, when you get stasis and activate stim, it does wear off while you're in stasis. But again, not too many units here, not a whole lot for Marines to worry about, especially Stim Marines.
Yeah, exactly. The Marines are going to go down, though. Oh, they pick off the Oracles. 0 Oracles remaining after that opener. And now here comes the double drop into the natural base. Creator, he just doesn't have enough.
That he does not. Playing a little bit too greedy here in the early game.
Yeah, exactly. Blink is done though, and now with Blink, he should be able to clean this up, but not without losing more Stalkers. Oh my God. The value.
Mate.
And Cure, he knows he has some momentum, so he's not stopping. He's rallying across the map. Not the cleanest rally, it's a little bit messy,
yeah.
but it is on the way. And again, like, Creator, he's struggling to stand upright. He's trying to find his footing though. Like, again, finally his production is up and running. He has Blink. Like, he can actually fight back now. But is it too late?
I worry that that's the case. I mean, he has the production, but he doesn't have the resources to make use of that production. Cure is already here with Stim, +1, Combat Shield, Concussive Shell, Medevacs, and some Widow Mines for good measure. GG is called, and Cure takes game number 1.
What a dominant showing, mate. Oh my God. Cure was upset after last week, man.
He was. I mean, he was upset after 2 weeks ago, but I was like, all right, well, you know, it's a one-time thing. Then Haas beat him last week, and
he's like, I've had enough. What is this? I am the champion. I'm meant to be the one winning these events, and
Creator isn't meant to win. This is not his year yet. And I have an update for you, Light.
Go for it.
Cess and Parting are in Game 4.
Oh my God. At least their series isn't over. It's not over yet. But yeah, they're gonna finish up shortly, I imagine. Meanwhile, when it comes to this
very
series,
shortly if Zest takes it.
It's true, very true. Cure, yeah, like that was he's looking to reclaim his throne, you know. He's like, mate, this guy, he's a false king, you know. Creator's been coming out here taking the W's. And Kure looked very strong there in game 1, but to be fair, that did feel like kind of I almost want to say a build order loss, right? Where Creator risked a lot having his tech out on the map, going for triple Oracle, and it just fell on its face, you know?
Yeah. I don't know, I definitely think there was a bit of an opportunity with that initial push for Creator. You know, maybe if he snuck the Oracles around and utilized the dead air to his advantage, maybe he could have weakened the push, but he was still going to take damage.
True,
regardless.
and he did see the push coming beforehand, maybe because at that time he still had 3 Oracles. Maybe if he rushed home and got some stasis wards up for the first push, maybe things... I do think things would have been different there. But anyway, okay, we're diving into game 2.
That we are here on Lightshade. I almost said Lightsaber. LE. We're in the top left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. DPG. He is getting out of the sickness cure. I should save that for 2000 atmospheres, actually.
Oh, wow. Spawning in bottom right-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the 2-time ESL Open Cup Asia champion for the past 2 weeks. Representing Team NV, it is a Creator.
Oh wait, that's a different song.
But we'll see what happens here. I think what's important to note, and what I tried to emphasize before, as I was saying, like in game 1, is that was just game 1. Like, this is the best of 5, you know? Like, we have some room for error here.
Yeah. We have 2 rooms for error.
We do. Not 3, though.
Yeah. 3 strikes and you're out in this matchup. Oh no, in this best of. I mean, well, I guess in the matchup as well, depending on your perspective.
It works. It's fine. And we'll see. This time, the Creator isn't being anywhere near as aggressive as the previous game, not going for that proxy Stargate. So far, everything is at home.
Yeah. No reason not to, really, here on Lightshade. Pretty much every player has figured out the proxy location, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard to get away with much.
It is quite difficult, and we'll see if Kure is going to, scout and be extra safe and secure, especially after game 1, or he's just gonna play this out normally. I think another interesting thing, especially compared to the previous game, is that Kure did not go for a Reaper. He decided to skip it instead.
Yeah, not going straight reactor, but still grabbing that safety marine. We've got a reactor out now. Around the same time in the factory, there's an SCV that's on the other side of the map, and there's that float. Here we go. What is it gonna be like? Widow Mines or Hellions?
It's gonna be Hellions right there. We go Hellions.
Yeah.
We're gonna be seeing some Hellion drops coming into the main base of Creator. Now it is Kure's turn to go for that proxy. Oh my, and Creator, like, he's moving out now, but yeah, I'm a little bit worried for him, not gonna lie.
Very worried for him, honestly. There's nothing in that dead space of his main massive blind spot. You gotta throw down a pylon, Creator. Okay, there's still time to do so, but
yeah, he really does. I mean, he is opening up with a blink opening, as opposed to what we've seen overall today, right? When it comes to the Stargate openings from Nice that we've seen, even Creator of the previous game. There we go. We do have a spotter pylon now in that dead space.
We'll throw a slight wrench in plans here for Cure. You can still sort of boost forward and drop the Hellions behind the mineral line, but it's not as effective as just, lining up your Hellions.
Yeah, this is a big tell. Creator, he scouts, he sees that the starport is missing, the job comes into the main base, he does have an army in position, but the Hellions, they still get into the mineral line. Oh my god.
Yeah, I ended up getting a little bit body blocked, but still getting those volleys off. All it takes is 3 Hellions to start one-shotting some of these probes and then 2-shotting the rest. 10 of them do go down, and a full scout is gotten for Cure.
Yeah, honestly, that was a lot of damage, right? For 4 Hellions, 10 probes, well worth it. And the medevac is able to escape just barely. The clutches of those stalkers is able to, I imagine, make it all the way home for that repair.
Or it's just gonna chill at the corner of the map for the rest of eternity.
Could just chill. Could just chill.
It's up to him, you know. Yeah. So tired, you know.
Oh god, he did its duty. He did its duty. Okay.
He did. So being awarded back home, and okay, went behind. Dark's right.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense, right? Creator, he's sustained a lot of losses. He wants to try and reciprocate that damage. Is it going to work though? That is the question. We do have an engineering bay already. Cure opting not to go for a safety missile turret. He did scout the Twilight Council opener earlier, so he does know that this could be a possibility, right?
Yeah. He's gonna have to save a scan or two at the very least. Not going for Raven, so not quite having that mobile detection. There's that safety turret.
Feels bad, man. So Cure is not cutting any corners. He is getting that detection here, at least at the natural base. What I will say though is that because Creator is going for a War Prism, he could get DT straight into the main.
He could. Tables will definitely be turned here on Cure. Doesn't have quite the vision in his main base, although the blind spot that remains is incredibly minuscule.
But it is still there. It is still there. Meanwhile, in comes War Prism. Dark Shrine just finished up, and there we go. We do have a couple of those DTs. Meanwhile, Creator did spot the missile turret in the natural, and the army's in the middle of moving out.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. DTs do get thrown down. There's no missile turrets. Cure just wants to move out, but the DTs just want to move in.
And Cure turns around. He has to deal with these DTs. Meanwhile, oh my god, missile turrets, Windmine shots do go off, and the War Prism is able to keep some of these DTs alive.
And Cure's trying to hunt that
War
Prism, but doesn't quite get it. Such a delay on the push.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Creator has bought a lot of valuable time here to set up at home. Disruptors are coming out. He already has his first one ready and waiting. Can he get the shot off?
We're going to be a big if here. See how well Cure can split. The Archon should be taken out before it finishes up. Just barely finish, and will get loaded into the War Prism. Puts him away, and it was the only disruptor of Creator for now.
Yeah.
So the one joins the fray.
It does join in.
To be reprogged.
How good is it going to be in the end? He does not get a connection on the bio, only on the tank.
And that is not going to be enough at all. Finally, the tank goes down, but it does feel like it's too little too late.
Yeah, we do have overcharge being popped. The disruption shot will go off, and it will connect with the Marauders.
Yeah, the majority of the Marauders do get taken out, but there's nothing here for Marauders to really worry about yet. That's a pretty juicy shot on top of the Marines, but Cure has been able to trade while all of this has been going on. He's continuing to reinforce, parade pushing to his heart's content.
That he is. We do have a warp in of Stalkers, and this warp in should be enough to just barely clean this up.
The bio at least says the tank is still standing.
Oh yeah, meanwhile DT is gonna sneak in. There we go, we do have a scan. The DT does get taken out. We could see a couple more though. More disruptors are coming out again. It looks like Creator for the most part is stabilizing, and what's scary is that behind this, Cure does not have a third CC. Like, that was a very dedicated push.
Exactly. Cure was trading super efficiently there, but at the end of the day, just didn't get any economic damage done.
Yeah, the third base only just now started. I mean, he did kill a decent amount of probes because Creator had to pull the boys, but Creator, he just replenished them. Like, he's still far ahead when it comes to the workers. Cure, he needs to find more damage.
Yeah, the power of Chrono Boost plus triple Nexus. Decent pickups here for Cure. Actually able to take out the Cybercore, so yeah, nothing but Zealots can be made, but we are kind of at the point where Creator wants to make nothing but Zealots. Zealots and Colossus, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised by the amount of damage this drop did. Like, it took Creator a while to respond, to be honest. So, nicely done here by Cure. Again, he needs to do whatever he can. Like, in comes the second wave. We have a mass amount of tanks as well, looking to maybe deny this fourth base or go for the third. Again, just doing whatever he can to keep Creator at home, and so he can get his third up and running.
And he's doing a very good job of keeping Creator back, but not so much at keeping Creator from overtaking his economy. As you said, fourth base is about to finish up, and Creator can definitely snowball from there. It's about the sweet spot for Protoss, 4 base saturation.
He really can. Meanwhile, Creator is looking to be a little bit cheeky here, being across the map with this War Prism and a Disruptor within it. He wants to get a juicy connection.
And he's hunting for it, but Cure ain't giving him nothing. Nothing but a missile turret that doesn't get taken out, neither.
Yeah, and immediately we have the repair on the missile turret. It will stand strong. Creator, after just barely surviving that, essentially kind of a 2-base all-in, he's able to stabilize. He doesn't just have Disruptors now. Now he's got Colossus. He's getting Blink on his DTs, because why the hell not? Oh my god.
Might as well when you're this rich and ballin'.
True.
ADR.
Aye. Average. There you go. He is casting today. Meanwhile, here comes Creator with his main army. Ghosts are on the way, but Enhanced Shockwaves is not done yet.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a little while before Cure can really pounce on top of his army, but that kind of works both ways, doesn't it? Creator cannot jump on top of this Bioforce unless he wants to trade out his entire army.
But you know what he can do? He can go for some of this harassment. A couple of Zealots do get thrown down. We could see a warping into the main base as well. Unfortunately, Cure was a little bit distracted, and there we go. In come more Zealots.
Yeah, not too many, but enough to be a bother for Cure.
Yeah, 5 SCVs go down. He did get a scout off, confirmed that the Ghost Academy is done, and Ghosts are now out on the map. So again, now a very terrifying army. Both armies relatively even with each other, but it's all going to come down to the engagement. Oh, is he going to catch these unsieged tanks? Oh no.
Might be able to, or is Cure just going to be able to collapse and concave on top of that army? Purification Nova gets a little bit of value. But I'm liking this for Creator. He backs away. He knows that pushing forward would end up in a concave. SCVs have gone down somewhere.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a DT run right here, and more DTs ahead towards that third base. Meanwhile, the fifth was denied. No new EPs
have been used up. Yeah, there is a scan, but too little, too late. And there's no scan here either. There's an EMP. At the very least.
Yeah, that there is. 28 SCVs have gone down. Meanwhile, Creator's going for the base trade. I was like, yo, is he not engaging with the army? And he's not. He doesn't want to push into all these sieged up tanks and the Ghosts. He's just going for it.
Well, he can definitely still recall after crippling the economy of Cure.
Oh, mate.
Keeping my eyes on Cure right now.
What's important, Dark Shrine goes down. No more DTs are going to be warped in. And meanwhile, Creator is getting into the main base. He is getting on top of the production of Cure.
Same cannot quite be said for Creator here on the other side of the map as Cure goes for the fresher bases, which is kind of what you're supposed to do. Reinforces, try to buy time and not much else here for Cure. Very good Purification Nova. Cure is focusing entirely on his army across the map.
Exactly. And what's important, by the way, is that Dark Shrine is being rebuilt here towards the top right-hand side of the map. But it could be exposed here if Cure moves towards the north. Again, DTs are win condition.
Yeah, he's checking. He does see it. He's taken out before it can really get up and running. Cure lifting up every single one of his buildings. He wants to win through a base trade, and honestly, he has the opportunity to do so.
He really does.
I'm not sure if Creator has a recall available to him. I think he used up all his energy.
He's got a recall to go into his main, and what's scary is that the Dark Shrine is being rebuilt in the main base. Like, again, there's no detection, there's no scans because all the CCs were taken out. Like, one DT, or to be fair, there are EMPs, right? There are EMPs that could be used, but DTs are going to be so huge here.
You really are. Cure trying to find the army out of position. I feel like he knows he has a better army, so it just comes down to winning the engagement and snowballing from there, but he still has to be very careful. He still has to respect the Colossus. SCVs are in the back.
Oh my god, meanwhile, one EMP was wasted there. The blink on the DCs are huge. Their shots go off.
Very nice splits and very good snipes as well.
Mate, Dark Shrine's gonna finish. It's finishing up, mate. But Creator is supply blocked. He can't make any.
Oh, that's right, he can't. Very good EMPs. The Colossus are almost out. The splash damage is really showing its effect. The Vikings are still up. Focus barely survives. The Immortals are so low. No more EMPs. And they're so scared.
There's no scans. There's no scans. There's no EMPs. Even though Cure basically won that fight, and he probably would have won that a little bit more decisively if there weren't DTs. These DTs, oh my god.
Yeah. That's gotta be it, right? I mean, no way Cure can recover from here.
Yeah, he's got micro potential and he can wait for the Ghost to get energy, but GG gets called.
Creator types up the series sideways. 2-2. Yeah, turn on my light real quick.
Oh, good. Also, sideways 1-1.
1-1, yes. Well, no, it's because 2.
Yeah.
1-1.
Regardless, we are tied up. What a game there. Again, a very interesting decision by Cure to go for that base trade, but it did work out for him in the end. I was thinking maybe he would have taken the fight earlier, but I mean, we saw what happened there. Like, especially if Cure was pre-siege there, like, oh god, he had quite a large army.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like that for Protoss. If your Terran opponent initiates that base trade, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to try to go for it. You know, you have recalls available to you. You know,
Yeah, he did. He did have recalls available.
Chat there.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Command is in here.
Yeah, he was in there. It's possible that maybe the upper semi's finished and maybe
they did.
I
just waiting the finals. Pig is the
yeah.
We were trying to get Pig in rip, but regardless, we're gonna be continuing our series here on Oxide LE. Our players are not sideways 2-2, but tied up sideways 1-1. And in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the red Terran player coming down from the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. DPG, he is Cure.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player. He is blue, representing Team NV. Tying up that series in the previous game, it is Creator.
Yeah, we definitely had a bit of a narrative going on. You know, Cure redeeming himself in TvP, but Creator reminding us all why he's been winning the past couple of ESL Open Cup Asias and why Cure is a player who now fears Creator.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that even though we're tied up 1-1, like game 1 was just a really unfortunate game for Creator. Like it it didn't look close for a reason. Like Creator fell in his face again just because of how the build turned out, right, and how it was countered and stuff like that. And I feel like game number 2 really showed Creator was really able to prove himself to the viewers as to why he is a 2-time champion now, you know, like why he's so good and feared in this matchup.
Why we're at the year Creator.
Exactly. And we'll see if he can close it out here. As you just glossed over, you know, we do have our finalists. The upper semifinals did already finish.
Yeah, they did. Very, very quickly. That's taking that 3-1 over Parting. I was very excited to see Parting back, but you know, it feels like we're getting a bit of a return to balance. The balance has been restored. Zest is back in finals. He's signing up again. And we'll see if Cure is looking to meet Zest once again.
Yeah.
Or if Creator is going to establish a bit of a new order.
Yeah, exactly. Like Zest versus Cure, I mean, they are like the two most dominant players in this tournament series, and they have faced off in the finals many times. And that would be what we would expect, right? Except obviously Creator has been looking really good recently. So personally, I would love for him to make it to those finals and to have to go up against Zest, especially because that's a PvP, a matchup that Creator has been pretty good at, to be honest. So I feel like this week, like 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks have been great and all, but they've been missing some of these like top tier players. So this is the week where Creator can really cement himself here.
Without a doubt. But before that happens, he's going to have to go up against Cure, who, as you were saying, is one of those top tier players, right? Who did still consistently sign up in that sort of a drought that we had in the past couple of weeks. Hasn't had the best time, but now he's looking to return to form.
That he is, and we'll see how that works out here as he is going for this massive Widowmine drop. It is going across the map here. There's no armory or anything with this, so again, no detection is required, but we do have the Phoenix coming in, the hallucination, scouting this, seeing what the opener was.
Yeah, he sees that add-on swap. He knows that something's coming his way. It's not going to be just these two Hellions he used to harass. Gotta keep his eye on the blind spot of his main, but he doesn't. Cure us an opportunity, cure us an opportunity, cure us an opportunity!
Yeah, the Widowmine drop is coming in. We do have Creator responding, though. He warps in at home. He does pull the boys away. Got it.
I'm loving this from Cure. He's trying to bait the probes back in! Oh, just barely out of range of that one.
Yeah, the Widowmine juggling, I love it. At the same time, Hellion did dive in, but it did get taken out there in the end. So far, some decent crisis management by Creator. He didn't sustain a lot of damage, but he only killed one Widowmine.
Yeah, at any point, this medevac could boost back in. It's so important for Cure to keep these stalkers in position. A lot of opportunity for Cure at a bit of an off timing, shall we say, you know, when Creator's a bit more distracted, maybe across the map or
like now
transition or whatnot. Like, yeah. But Creator is aware he's not going to get caught off guard. Oh, I can't believe every mine is going to burrow. If he doesn't get that, he's going to get the other one. 7 probes go down. Either way, Creator was going to take damage from that one mine.
That one mine was really what Cure needed there. 7 workers go down. This drop, well worth it.
Absolutely. Very dedicated build. You're getting that reactor out, and finally he's been able to make it pay for itself. Raven actually seeking out across the map as well. Auto turret harass?
Yeah, I mean,
supposed to keep this up.
Yeah, exactly. Again, Cure really showing off what's so important in this matchup if you're a Terran player. You need to keep the pressure up. You need to harass the Protoss. You cannot let them macro up, and you cannot leave their economy alone. And here we go. The Raven is going to be coming in. Meanwhile, Creator, a lot of his Stalkers are across the map. I believe Blink is done, so he wants to be aggressive. He wants to reciprocate. He wants to deal his own damage. But in comes that Raven. Forcing a lot of lost mining time and a warp in at home.
Look at that income plummet for Creator. Cure doubling the mineral income. And still getting a couple of probes here. 3 of them with the auto turrets. Yeah,
if we look at that graph, it is deep in the red. Red for Cure. Meanwhile, Creator still hasn't able to do anything with this warp prism. Like, he doesn't have that many resources to warp in as well because of all the probes going down and all the lost mining time.
This medevac is actually gonna catch the warp prism.
Yeah, he actually sees it. Oh my god.
Ooh. Yeah. Does it back home. Widow mines are getting in position. Armory did finish. So they're actually going to continue to be cloaked. Cure is just no third base on his spot. Okay, now he's building the third base, but very delayed third base. He the only thing on his mind right now is to go forth with his unit to go for a massive push. That was a bit of an unfortunate recall, but the fact that Cure was able to force a recall regardless is absolutely massive.
Yep,
It's
and
not
now
gonna get this bio caught in the middle of the map.
exactly. Now he is pushing out. Meanwhile, that War Prism still hasn't gone into the base, which is, again, scary. There are Widow Mines hidden behind the buildings. We have our rallies here as well. So we have plenty of reinforcements, and in comes the army of Cure.
Yeah, actually only fighting with about half his army here, it seems. He is keeping the rest of his army home defensively, but it feels like he has enough. Now he's comfortable to lift up some of his reinforcements, send them across the map. Warp Prism was able to get a drop on. Okay. Actually, a bit of a blind spot here for Cure. Cure getting some damage finally.
Oh my god, meanwhile the tank is going to go down. The boys are being pulled. Widow Mines getting beautiful shots there, taking out the majority of those zealots.
Those SCVs were just hurting those cells into the Widow Mines. That was some decent damage at the other side of the map there for Creator, but that Disruptor, uber exposed. Artosis Pylon takes out all the production here on the low ground. Cure still has a much better army.
That he does. Meanwhile, Creator is going for the base raid. He wants to get up the ramp, and it looks like he will. Disruptors are here as well, and we're getting a bit of a repeat of the previous game, except I feel like Creator's army is so much worse.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of said at the end of last game, right? If your opponent initiates a base trade as a Protoss player, you might as well go for it. Not if your army is this much weaker.
Yeah. Meanwhile, nice pickoff on the Raven. Again, like, Creator is still dealing a lot of damage, but this bio army with this tank, oh my god, there's still so much DPS potential here. We'll see if we end up getting that recall.
I mean, there's only one Nexus left here for Creator. Even if he does recall, he's going to recall in a very compromised position. There are shield batteries there, but it's still a prime location for Cure to just set up and chip away.
Yeah, I think right now he's just waiting at the moment for Cure's army to start moving towards his third base. Then he can go for that recall. Until then, he is buying as much time as possible, trading as well as he can, taking out as much as he can as 40 workers go down for both sides.
And yeah, I was gonna say, and he is trading actually better than I expected.
Oh god, there's a scan. Are we gonna see the recall? Creator! He's evacuating. He's leaving.
For it. He is evacuating. He's trying to get enough minerals for a 4th Nexus, but I don't know if he even wants to go for it. Cure only now lifting up his buildings, which is fair. I mean, he did have an army advantage even with his reinforcements back home for a while. Started to lose that a little bit, but yeah, now he's just sending his main army back home, and I don't think Creator has an answer to that. He's microing his heart out. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Like, he was struggling to fight the reinforcements. In comes the army. Like, oh my god. That wasn't even my final form, Creator. Cure is coming in. He scans. He finds the final final base.
Okay, thankfully there was a bit of a cancel there, but all of the probes get taken out. There's one probe on the map right now for Creator. I have no idea where it is. I don't think Creator knows either.
There it is. It is in the natural. He wants to repower his production. I love it. Meanwhile, Cure, he's like, you know what? You can have my army. It's floating into the dead zone. Like, they're going to be safe and sound.
You have no Phoenix's Void Race. You have no way to make a better army. Come at me, bruh.
And he has to. Creator, he's coming back home.
And I don't think he's gonna get that warm welcome he's hoping for.
Yeah, that one probe is hiding in the main base.
I need to survive. I need to somehow make it out of here and get another Nexus out. But I can't fight through that. Cure is just toying with those disruptors at this point. Like, come, look at how juicy my bio is. Nope, I'll pick up.
The problem is that Cure has the high ground. Okay, now he finally unsieges. Creator saw everything, by the way, because he does have this observer. He is going to try and go up, try and break back into his main base. Meanwhile, these are the last remaining buildings.
By the way, yeah. And Creator, he can't even contest this. We're not going to get a GG. We're going to get a building killed. Maybe.
He got it out.
Throw it out.
It's going to be so close.
Can he throw it out? He threw it down! But to what end?
Oh my god. Well, this is great because this time Creator's in position. He can wait for the army to come to him and try to catch him on siege. He has the disruptor.
Yeah, honestly, one good Purification Nova is all that it takes. But he doesn't get a good Purification Nova. That was a
He
low shot.
does not. Now in comes Cure. God, Creator has to micro his heart
Cure
out
doesn't
right
have
now.
a scan. Cure does not have a scan. He can't check the bases. He has to use his army for vision.
That he does. Meanwhile, that Disruptor, it's about to reset. There we go. It has another shot available.
Cure doesn't go up that ramp.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. He could have just taken out that Nexus, but yeah, he decides to fight these Stalkers, which, to be fair, once he deals with the Stalkers, and even with that Nexus, Creator is like, alright, there's literally nothing I can do from that point on, because Cure has all the momentum. So yeah, he's actually doing a pretty good job of leading on the army.
Yeah, he has to be so careful not to lose anything though. Oh, clutch blink there in the end. Meanwhile, the Nexus will finish up. We can resume pro production. We can see some pylons, some shield batteries. Meanwhile, oh god. Okay, Creator again just barely surviving. Cure is going towards the top left. Again, he's looking for the base.
He's gonna check. He's using his buildings. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
he's using his buildings to scout.
He's floating around. He's looking wherever he can, finding the last Nexus of his opponent. Meanwhile, there it is. Yeah, Creator first needs to get out of the supply block, then he can start rebuilding that army. But again, Cure, I think, like, he can deduce where the base is.
Yeah, good old process of elimination here. Starting up his army. A little bit of a free split. Does not want to get Nova. Ooh, bit of a whiffed Nova there. Got some Marauders, but nah, getting some Marauders is not going to be enough. We're not going to get a GG, are we?
Oh my god, the Nexus is going to go down. The probe goes down.
Okay, we actually do get that GG. Cure takes game number 2, and what a fashion he got it as well.
GG. Cure, he was playing that out so well with what he had, you know, just hiding that base, leading on the army, Creator doing whatever he could to win that, but oh god, it was just a really rough place to be in, and unfortunately this time he did not have a Dark Shrine.
And as we saw, you know, Cure was out of scans. So Raven got sniped. That a Dark Shrine, a single DT would have been all that it took, honestly. But
100%.
At least to force a scan, or at least to force a tie, right? If they wanted to. But yeah, pretty good reactions there for Cure. I have to imagine that Zest and Parting were watching that and just shaking their heads, like, Creator, my man, why aren't you ending the game in like 5 minutes? Why aren't you like ending the games in like 5 minutes? Why are you trying to play things out, my guy? The game's not over in 5 minutes. Just GG out, my man. And go for and then the next map, go for a very aggressive proxy.
Yeah, it's one of those things where god, unfortunately, like, again, a Dark Shrine would have changed everything. One Dark Shrine. Oh my god.
Parting absolutely would have been like, Creator, my man.
Yeah, Parting knows. He knows.
Just open with a Dark Shrine, my guy. End the game in 5 minutes.
Parting wouldn't be saying anything. Man, Parting's out of the tournament, mate. He's dead.
Yeah. That's maybe would have been saying that because he's like, I just want my opponent now.
Oh god. Meanwhile, mate, we're into game 3. Or game 4, sorry.
Yeah, some loading are upside my window. Okay, it's fine. They're not looking at me. Here we continue our series on 2,000 atmospheres LE. We're in the top right-hand corner of the map, swatting all the way in the top right-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming out for the land of Korea. He is going to be representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. The mayor of Sick City himself, getting down with the sickness. I can finally say that because we're on this map. He is Cure.
Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2,000 atmospheres LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player who's a little paranoid, looking for those proxies. Representing Team NV, it is Creator.
Yeah, hard to blame Creator, right? I mean, Cure's already a match point. It's not out of the ordinary or not out of character at all for Cure to just try to close out the series with a quick little proxy. He does it a lot in TvC, I find. He gets on match point, just proxy Raxus.
Oh yeah, yeah. Curie's not afraid to proxy at all. Again, it's a little something he picked up from Maru back in the day when they were both on Jin Air. So yeah, we'll see how this series goes. I mean, obviously Cure, he isn't risking things with the proxy, and Creator, I'm sure, can breathe a sigh of relief. Maybe this is where he can start that comeback.
Yeah, especially in 2000 atmospheres, which I'm gonna have to look at the data, but anecdotally, from casting Creator and watching Creator games, I feel like this is a map he generally wins on. Purely anecdotally.
Yeah. I mean, not just anecdotally, but also, you know, you're risking your memory on that one. But sure. I would have to tend to agree there. The Creator, like, this tends to be his map, but we'll see if it really is here in this series. So far, openers are pretty standard. Nothing crazy going on. No proxies from either player, not even from Creator. And once again, Cure opts to skip his Reaper.
Yeah, it does still get that safety marine, so it's not going to be a straight up swap the add-ons, 2 Hellions for mine build again. Tis just going to be a earlier factory.
Exactly. Meanwhile, ooh, he gets the shade and he will be able to delay this natural base.
Yeah, for a little bit of time. 1 marine not going to be able to tangle with 1 adept. Could also argue that 3 marines are going to be able to tangle with 1 adept. They definitely cannot tangle with 2.
Exactly. The marines are all going to go down. SCVs are falling as well, but thankfully the CC was completed here, so it would have been disastrous if the SCVs were focused down earlier. Thankfully, Cure does finish it up, but yeah, he does sustain quite a number of losses.
Yeah, 2 SCVs already. I mean, to be fair, that was a little bit committed for Creator. It's not common to see double adept openings like this in PvT. It's something that it's basically like the mine drop for Protoss, right? It's a little bit more committed. You're investing a little bit more. You don't have to do a lot of damage, but you do have to get some damage done, and more importantly, you need to scout. Creator has not been able to scout yet.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get into the main base, and he was unable to see what's coming his way, which is going to be a Widow Mine drop. A lot less committed compared to what we've previously seen. Only 2 Widow Mines as opposed to the 4 we saw earlier. Meanwhile, is spotted by this observer.
There's the scout, and oh my, Creator. I kind of missed this. Very early Robo Bay, he is going straight into the Colossus. I like this, actually, a lot.
Very greedy. I feel like this is something you can pull off on 2000 atmospheres because it is one of the larger maps. Meanwhile, in comes the drop, and he will scout the Colossus.
Yeah, he knows that the Robo Bay is up and running. He may suspect Disruptors instead, but, you know, in general, it's probably going to be Colossus in a PvT like this.
Yeah, and generally.
That definitely changes things a lot here for Cure. Might not go for the same +1 timing. And I was just going to say, that Medevac and that War Prism is chilling in the air. Yeah, but he's swapping stories. Like, hey.
I think what's important as well is that War Prism was in an area where I'm sure Creator wanted to hide it for a little bit. But now Cure's aware that the potential for a Colossus drop is there. He doesn't know that the Robotics Bay is continuing to research, and we do have War Prism speed on the way, so it does have all the information. Meanwhile, the drop comes in once again.
No, he's trying to miscalculated here. Oh! Oof. Well, miscalculated here for Creator. It did manage to borrow, but I feel like Cure got a little bit too greedy there, so yeah, those probes moved out of range, and in the end, Creator doesn't lose too much. Spotter Marines will get taken out, but most importantly here for Cure, he knows that Colossus is there. Tank will really prevent the Colossus from getting anything done in the main base, and the Viking just to secure that and chase the War Prism away best as possible.
And those Marines were beautiful. I don't know if you noticed, but they were beautifully spread. Yeah, exactly. Where so many Colossus shots were wasted on those Marines. So they served their purpose. Cure was able to defend against the Colossus shop, and it didn't really deal too much damage at all.
That's like a Maru split.
Oh, God. At the same time... Yeah, the Raven comes in once again, gets a couple more probe kills to add on to the ones that were dealt earlier. But what's important is that because of this opener from Creator, the longer this goes on, the better it is for him because of how quickly he started that Colossus and now Disruptor production.
Absolutely. He has just about all the tech he needs. Colossus and Disruptors are an incredibly good defensive unit in PvT. And again, I'm sure Cure, more than anything, just wants to do standard Cure things. Push out, like so. I'm not entirely convinced he'll be able to get too much done. I feel like it's going to be a lot in the Disable here. Disable potential after Raven.
Definitely.
Come down to.
As we can see, there's not that much protecting this Colossus and this Disruptor. Like, all we need is one. Meanwhile, oh my god, we do have the Colossus harassing this army as well.
You know, I'm used to Blink Stalkers being the one that slows down the Terran army, not drop Colossus. Interesting.
I mean, he's doing whatever he can right now. And oh my god, where are the Disables? Where are the Disables? We don't see any yet.
Not quite there. Yeah, Cure really wants to save it for the best possible outcome. I mean, if you're confident in taking out the Colossus without the Disable, then you might as well save the Disable for later on, but we shall see. Disable something. I didn't quite get to see it.
Oh my god.
But not what he needed to. The Colossus was still very much in play. The Disruptor very much in play. Honestly, these tanks can still chip away at the Colossus, but yeah, they're not going to be able to get much, are they?
Yeah, the Disruptor shot was absolutely insane. The Bio Army just fell down, just fell on his face, and Creator does clean up the entire army. Doesn't lose any of his high-tech units. Disruptors and Colossus all survived.
Actually, the Cure Thor on auto turrets, he lost energy on that Raven.
It wasn't a disable, unless it was something crazy like he disabled a Colossus and it was picked up, so the disable was dodged. That's the only.
I think it might. I think that's what it was actually.
Yeah.
Don't recall seeing auto turrets there either.
So
I just saw in a second the Raven was out of energy. I'm like, wait, there's no high Templar feedback.
Yeah. So if that was the case, the Creator was able to dodge it. Like, that's insane. Oh my god. Yeah, and now he's here across the map harassing once again. Creator, he shut down the push. He's getting more worker kills. This War Prism should survive because of War Prism speed. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I think we were talking at the start of the game about how, 2000 Atmospheres does feel like a Creator a favorite map, just historically. And now it's coming back to me like, this is exactly why. Because it goes for Colossus drops in 2000 Atmospheres.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does the old Creator special, mate. And I mean, this nicely done by Cure. He does delay the fourth base a little bit, which is pretty important because Cure's third was late compared to Creator's. Like, again, Creator was being so greedy this game with his bases, with his tech, and just his control and micro has been absolutely insane.
Really was. Again, still not losing that Warp Prism or any Colossus yet. But it really should have. I mean, it's a very Marauder Viking heavy army from Cure earlier on.
Yeah, meanwhile, in comes Cure with a very massive push here. The fourth base is going to have to be denied here. Like, I don't see Creator holding on to this.
Yeah, actually forcing a bit of a premature siege here, so not too bad. A massive lack of anti-air. It's chasing this Colossus away. Meanwhile, the other Colossus is in position. Vikings!
Oh.
Will be able to chase away the Warp Prism, but not quite able to take it out.
Again, Warp Prism
still inching closer.
Yeah, Warp Prism speed, again, just paying dividends here for Creator, keeping everything alive. Meanwhile, the tanks were on siege. The Zealots are getting on top of them.
Just like so. Dark Templar as well.
Wow.
Scan is too little too late. And the rest of Creator's army is starting to converge on the stragglers that Cure leaves behind.
Yeah.
Finally, the Warp Prism might be taken out. No, none of these Stalkers have anything to say about that. Here come reinforcements. And I will say, the buffer for the Colossus is thinning out quite a bit. But now so is the rest of their bio. GG is called. Creator ties up that series sideways 2-2.
GG. I don't think Creator lost a single Colossus that game. That was
didn't
crazy.
At all. I pulled up the units lost tab towards the end of that. It was so efficient.
Oh my.
Cure lost like 3 times the minerals of Creator, and twice the gas.
That was insane. Just
He didn't
how...
lose a single robo unit, actually. Warprism still survived. I don't think he lost an observer either.
Mate, give Creator a Warprism and speed, and he can make some magic happen. He lost nothing there. The control, the positioning, everything about how Creator played there was insane.
He's the anti-patience.
He
doesn't lose Warprism.
He doesn't lose Warprism. He doesn't lose a single Warprism. Meanwhile, Patience loses 5 over the course of one game. And he still wins. But
yeah, he still wins. And then he takes that best of 5 to the ace match, so he loses like 30.
Jesus. But
in a single best of 5 match.
What a game there. What a showing there by Creator. Again, in style, tying up the series and going to that ace match.
Even throwing out a little bit of smack in the chat, or at least I'm assuming.
Why would you assume that? Alright, let's find out here. Creator said go go go, and Cure said okay. Alright.
The Creator said,
I think maybe Cure said that he was gonna go into bio break, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm
assuming
assuming
just making up the okay part.
Well, no, he did say okay, but I'm assuming that that we maybe stayed in game for a little bit too long, so we missed the first message. That's the only otherwise.
Oh,
that's the only thing that makes sense, maybe.
You had me worried there for a second. We were like, we stayed in game for too long. I was like, did they still about us?
No.
I was like, oh wait, no, they're still out here. They're still out here. The fact that they typed means that they're still out here.
Yeah. It's all good. But here we go.
Actually,
game 5.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Hangul, I was supposed to ask you this like 2 weeks ago when we first casted Haas. How is your Hangul? Because Haas uses a Hangul name in the Asia server.
He does. We looked it up. I remember we did.
Did we?
Yeah, like a long time ago, like months ago.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. We'll get back on that at some point.
That we shall, as we conclude our semifinals here on Blackburn LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the red Terran player coming down from the land of Korea. He is the mayor of Six City himself, really redeeming his TvP, but can he take it all the way to face Zess in those finals? That's what we're going to have to find out. That's what he is going to have to prove. Representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming DPG, we have Kyo.
Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Team NV, and oh my god, just dominating in the previous map on 2000 atmospheres. Can he do it again? It is Creator. Momento. There we go.
That's game. Draw 25.
You know, I was casting with Darking yesterday, Sentimiento Latino, and he started saying that.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're ruining his Spanish.
I think you mean improving his Spanish.
Oh god.
I think you mean we're darking Española more bueno.
More bueno indeed. Jesus Christ. But I'm not gonna lie, I am scared right now for Creator. It's a best of 5, so they only got 1 veto each. I imagine Creator vetoed Beckett. You veto one, the other gets through.
And
yeah, now we're here on Blackburn, and this can be scary. This can be scary.
I mean, Nightmare earlier on just had his PBT Nightmare when he played against Creator. Thankfully, when he played against Cure. Thankfully, Creator, he isn't doing the same thing. No fake out proxies, no Stargate opening. So should fare at least a little bit better than Nightmare did. But
yeah,
it's still a very Terran favorite map, especially for a player like Cure, who likes to go for his +1 timing attacks.
Exactly. Like the pushes across the map are absolutely insane. But as you said, I appreciate the creator didn't go for a Stargate. Like focusing on his ground army to begin with does mean that he will have a better chance at, like, you know, stopping the push.
It's very tempting, isn't it, as a Protoss player on Blackburn? You're like, oh, I know there's slow zones, but, you know, Phoenixes or even Oracles, they're fast units. I can get them across and do some harass, but yeah, you always got to be wary when you're in a PvT. You don't want to hit them in the foot and then get punched in the mouth.
Do people say that in Singapore? Do they? Yeah, you don't, right? You
There's
don't.
a saying that's something along those lines, right? It's like, there's a saying that's something along those lines.
It really did sound like you improvised the ending of that one. The beginning even.
No, there's a saying that's along those lines, right?
Yeah. You don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, you know? Like
No, not like that.
Yeah, like the other one.
It's more like, yeah, it's the other one, right? Where it's more to do with, like, you don't want to be like, haha! It's like, haha! I hit you, and then it's like, I'm gonna hit back harder, you know? Or it's like, I hit you in the right shoulder, now you can't punch with your right hand. It's like, I'm left-handed, actually. There's something along those lines. There's a saying that's something like that, but
yeah.
Turn the other cheek. No, most of that.
Anyway, we do have a Widowmine. We do have a Widowmine drop opening here from Cure. This time he only gets a handful of. Oh my god! But he's just so good at keeping them alive. Oh my god, it's crazy.
Here's the type of control I wish I had.
Jesus, how does he do it?
I wish I didn't. Yeah, I wish I didn't always set it and forget it when it comes to the Widowmines. But Creator, he wants to get damage done, or Cure rather, wants to get damage done. We're getting to the point where the C's are messing me up. Hasn't quite gotten to the main base yet.
Not yet. Also, in regards to that, I've been struggling the entire series. I keep saying Creator, like, so it's still just. God damn it, guys! This is
why I'm so glad that Zest is in the finals.
Let's go. Meanwhile, we do have another drop here, but this time the Adepts are in position. This time, Creator shuts it down. No additional workers will fall. And as you said, Cure still has not gone into the main base. He has not scouted this very fast robotics bay.
He absolutely has not. He knows that the robo facility is there, but he doesn't know about the Colossus coming out. Oh, Medevac zooming back in, trying to get that scout, and he will be able to scout the robo bay and its research. So Cure has a lot more time to get his defenses set up. If it's another Colossus drop, which I doubt it will be.
I doubt as well, especially because he decides to prioritize extended thermal lance instead of War Prism speed. So instead, he's going for just a secure ground-based army, and I love it, right? Here comes the push from Cure, but this time there is one Colossus, soon to be two.
Yeah, not quite. I mean, no Ravens out here, so, you know, no Disables, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. There is a decent Marauder count for Cure, but he does need to position them accordingly to be effective against the defenses of Creator.
That he does. Meanwhile, Creator, he's just waiting, buying his time. He was already able to pick off a couple of Marines. He's able to pick off a Medevac as well.
That's actually pretty huge. Cure wanted to go for a big drop into the main.
And he still will. Drop is going into the main base. The army will have to reposition. The Colossus are tailing this army. But again, there's not that much here because of the lack of that third Medevac.
Yeah, I mean, I guess those Marines might want to go for a multi-prong, but that's a bit of a tough ask. The Marauder stim forward. Not enough of a buffer, just barely not enough of a buffer. One of the Colossus at the very least will survive, but that's a very nice pick-off there for Cure. This other one, very badly weakened. I mean, even if it has all of its shields restored, it's still a Colossus with less than half of its health.
Exactly, and that follow-up push was so huge. 7 more pros went down. This is so important because Cure's base is so late that this 2-base push had to deal some damage. And so far it has, right? A Colossus went down, a bunch of workers went down, and he's not stopping. We have another drop headed towards the main.
Yeah, we were talking about Cure's pushes, but this is pretty much the other trademark for our mayor of Six City. He loves going for his drops when he, once he knows that he can't end the game outright with a push.
Definitely. Ooh, this time the creator did split up his army. He did have one Colossus at his third and another in his main. He does push the drops away, and creator has defended.
Yeah. Storm is definitely over in that sense, but Cure has gotten the damage he needed to get. Evening out the worker count a little bit, and as you said, just saturating that third base. Most important thing for Cure right now. Oh
yeah, definitely. What I will say is that I feel like creator, he has learned from his previous mistakes. Dark Shrine's on the way. So
that's how you base trade.
Yeah, if we end up in another base trade, which honestly has been quite common this series, then he will have access to those DTs.
Imagine if he wins, or imagine if we get a tie because of that. Because he doesn't have a Stargate, and I don't think he's going to be looking to get a Stargate. Doom drop into the main.
Got a massive Doom drop head towards the main base. Ooh, nice. Bait. Was that a nice bait? I don't know. But the weakened medevac does just suicide into the army of creator.
Yeah, I feel like that was more of a sacrifice than anything else.
I think maybe it wasn't in the same control group as the other medevacs. I don't know.
Oh, no. I think he's trying to bait creator because he's like, I lost that medevac, haha, all those units. But then again, creator would have been able to hear the if there were units in there, and he didn't hear he just sort of so yeah, no, creator ain't gonna get baited. Never mind.
This
you
is
really
accurate.
Keep your ears up for that.
Yeah, you don't want to pull a Skylar, you don't want to be playing without those sound effects going on, right? Oh boy. Meanwhile, creator, after defending and after taking down that medevac, he now has control of his side of the map. He's taking the fourth base, the gold base. He has a map control. He has his army out, and now Cure is the one on the back foot. No Widowmines, no tanks.
Just Marine, Marauder, medevac, and Vikings, which, I mean, I guess if he fights in a choke point and he's able to isolate the Colossus, it'll work out for him, but he has no form of splash damage. It is looking very precarious. He needs to get the most perfect concave imaginable.
That he does. We know what the ghosts are coming out of hand. Shockwave is not done, but the ghosts have some decent amount of energy. They can land those EMPs. That is what he's relying on.
And he's just waiting. He does not want to engage unless his positioning is perfect. SCVs are going forward, acting as such a good buffer, actually. EMPs do get thrown down. Archons are very much weakened. The SCVs in the back! No,
oh my god! The SCVs aren't a part of the fight. Meanwhile, the hallucinated Colossus were tanking a lot of Viking shots there. One Colossus still stands. Meanwhile, in come the reinforcements. The reinforcements, they could just barely be enough.
And they are just barely enough. Cure has lost 29 SCVs. Has to go all the way across the map right now, and honestly, he has taken out a lot of high-tech units. He's taken out the Archons, he's taken out the Colossus. Creator has a number of gateways, so he can reinforce with Zealots, but is that going to be enough? Is it going to be enough?
We will see. I mean, Cure is all in, 100% all in. Creator just needs to hold, and then he wins. He has the DTs, they're coming in!
No EMP yet. Battery overcharge being utilized. The Zealots, no, they're in the back.
They are in the back, but now they're moving forward. There is the scan to clean up that DT, but in come the reinforcing Zealots. The Colossus pops out just in time, and Cure will swat away this army.
I cannot believe it here. Like, the army supply is about even, but a lot of the supply for Cure are in medevacs. They are in ghosts.
That they are. GG gets called, and Creator for 3 weeks in a row goes to the finals.
Feels bad, man. Cure. He was fighting back so hard. He was like, no, my TvP has gotten better, man. Trust me, I haven't improved my TvP. Creator says, not good enough yet.
It's like,
I am the new Zest Nemesis.
Creator's like, you have been improving. But you know, that's cute and all, but it's
So
look,
have I.
I'm creator, okay? So have I, exactly. Creator takes down Cure once again. The hopes and dreams of Terran out there has been snuffed out because now we only have Protoss. Now Creator moves on for that PvP finals.